Hi everyone. So I think I've done a couple of videos on this already, but I'll do another. Reason being is because I feel like I've kind of what was the word? Gone a different direction and not the direction I should have gone. Anyway, I've done quite a lot of cemetery videos, and I've kind of forgotten the reason why I'm doing this channel. Anyway, so I'm doing um, a crystal ball video, and I do apologise. I've not long been awake. um, so yeah, I'm doing a crystal ball video, and like I said, I don't know whether I've done this before, but I'm gonna do it again anyway. So I'm gonna kind of show you how I normally set up for a crystal ball reading. Now, there's thousands of different ways that you can set up, and basically they're all pretty much the same. Um, some people like to have incense and sage and all that. They like to cleanse the space before they do any kind of reading. They like to have incense burning. They like to meditate before they do a reading. I meditate before I do reading. Um, yeah, there's so many different ways that you can prepare for a reading. So, if you like to, you know, meditate or whatever it is that you do before you do a reading, that's fine. Continue doing that and all that. But there is normal. But put that to one side. There is, but well, yeah. So again, this is not scripted, but I'm getting myself mixed up. So there are typically three things I normally have when I do a reading or a crystal ball reading. Um, One, I always keep my crystal ball covered. Um, One is because it's by a window and got to keep it covered. Fire risk. That's one reason. And the other reason is the crystal ball is not charged with your energy. And there are times when you need your crystal ball, and there are times when you don't. So let's say, for example, you're trying to relax and you feel agitated or you feel like something's bothering you, and you look over to your crystal ball and it's not covered. I'll go a little bit more in that a little bit later in the video. But normally in a paranormal world, if you have an object that is, let's go with the whole haunted object. In some cases, some paranormal investigators will tell you that if that object is on that particular day very active, it can use your energy to manifest or whatever. But we're not talking about haunted objects in this video. We're gonna keep it to the crystal ball. But the crystal ball is the same. You're putting your energy into it. So when you're working with the crystal ball is not energized. The crystal ball is no more energized than a banana, or it's no more energized than anything else that's in your home. And you have to put your energy into it. So that's why I keep it covered, because on a day like today where I'm not planning on giving a reading, the crystal ball is like a mirror. It will reflect that energy back to you, especially when you don't need it, if that makes sense. So by keeping it covered, that energy is contained in the crystal ball, and when you need it, you just take the cover off, do whatever it is that you need to do before giving a reading, and then you take the cover off, and then you give the reading. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm not giving a reading, but I'm going to take the cover off, and there is the crystal ball. Now, like I said, the crystal ball or anything really is like a mirror, and same with I'm exaggerating a bit here, a bit like oracle cards, dowsing rods, and all that kind of thing. You're putting your energy into it, and how it reflects that energy back to you is different. So let's get you a bit closer, and let's bring you down a bit. Just rearrange that, and there you go. So it's like a mirror, so it will reflect anything. It will reflect energy. So what I tend to do is I sit there quietly. So let's say I'm doing a reading. I sit there quietly and I see what comes to me. Now, if I have trouble with the crystal ball, that's where my pendulum. I normally use a pendulum last because it needs energy. And then if you feel that there's no energy, there's no point of using the pendulum if you feel that there is not enough energy. And the cards. Now, there's been times in the past where I've meditated, I've opened myself up, and there's nothing. There's no energy, there's nothing, no spirit. The room is empty. And so what I tend to do before I do anything else, while I'm giving a reading, is to pull a card. Now you think, well, what's that got to do with crystal balls? Now, I can pretty much guarantee that when it comes to giving any kind of reading, you're gonna hit that block, and you need to build up that energy. Now you're probably gonna say, yeah, but you just said that the crystal ball contains energy. That's why you keep it covered when you're not using it, and all this stuff. But it takes time. It's like a light bulb. If I grab the light bulb, it's gonna be hot. If you turn the light off, it's gonna take time for it to cool down. A light bulb is energy, man-made energy, by the way. It will take time for it to cool down. So you need to allow time for the crystal ball to create that energy. And that's why you meditate, that's why you have incense, that's why you do all this stuff before you do your reading, to allow that energy to build. So if you still have that block of I still haven't got anything, pull your cards out. And again, if you're giving someone a reading, that person's gonna look at you, think, wow, that person's got all the gear. He's got a crystal ball, he's got tarot cards or oracle cards, he's got a pendant, he's got all the tools he needs to get in contact, so to speak. Let's put that there so you can see it. So you've got all the tools there to communicate. So at the moment, I'm not picking up on anything because I'm talking about the crystal ball. So I will go 9 times out of 10. I'll go straight to the cards. That's the first thing I do. Go straight to the cards, Because 9 times out of 10, I do have trouble connecting. And then once I've got that connection, I put the cards away and just concentrate on the pendulum and the crystal ball. But again, guys, like I said at the beginning of the video, the crystal ball is not energized, it's not evil, it's not good. Let me rephrase that. It's not evil, but yeah, again, it doesn't hold evil intentions. That's what I'm trying to get at. It doesn't hold evil intentions. It doesn't hold evil energy. But yet again, on the other hand, it is not holding good energy, good positive energy, and all that stuff. So it's, like I said, it's no different than a banana. It's no different than a cup of water. It's no different to all the other stuff in your home. You have to literally charge up with your energy. So if you have bad intentions, then the crystal ball is gonna have bad intentions. If you have good intentions, the crystal ball will have good intentions. Same with oracle cards, same with pendulums and all that stuff. Depends on what your goal is at the end of it. Now, if you're enjoying this video and if you like what I do, go ahead and hit the subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and if you go in the description below, there are links to Patreon, links to buy me a coffee, links to my website and all that kind of stuff. There is links in the description below if you want to check me out even further with what I do. Because sometimes I do go live on Patreon as well, sometimes. So anyway, back to the video. So, how do you charge your pendulum? How do you charge your pendulum? How do you charge your crystal ball? Now, again, you can meditate. Now that is quite a big, heavy ball. So I wouldn't personally hold that while I'm meditating, only because it's big and it's heavy, and I'm quite surprised that the stand is actually not broken yet. But yeah, I would sit in front of it. I would meditate, a good meditation, positive meditation. People say, "What do you mean by good?" All meditation is good. You can do a bad meditation. Again, it all depends on your it all depends on your intentions. So you put good intentions into the crystal ball, and that's how you charge it up. You just meditate, sit in front of it. You can meditate with your eyes open, you can meditate with your eyes closed, but when you meditate, make sure that your intentions are going into the ball or the pendulum, because that's where they'll get the energy. I hope I'm making sense, guys. Like I said, I don't edit or cut my videos. I do edit, but don't. What I mean is, if I stop the video now, I know, go make myself a coffee, I'll pause it and I'll press play again. So that's how I cut my videos. Which I do need a coffee. I do still need to wake up. So yeah, you sit there. If your crystal ball is small and it's light and you can hold it while you meditate, great. If it's big and heavy, Just leave it where it is, sit in front of it, meditate with your eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter. But as long as you're focusing your positive, good energy into the ball, it will hold that energy. And again, you don't have to. How can I put it? You don't have to do it before reading. So if you know that you've got a reading today, and you want to use your crystal ball, you don't have to like panic and like run around and, oh, I haven't charged my crystal ball. Even if you've got a spare 5 minutes and you want to work with your crystal ball, just put it in front of you, meditate. If you know that you're going to do a meditation, put the crystal ball in front of you, hold it if you want to, and meditate for 5 minutes with the crystal ball in front of you. And then just put the crystal ball away, and so if you do 5 minutes a day, you know that when you come to doing the reading, that you will, that crystal ball will be charged. And then when you do your reading, have the crystal ball in front of you, meditate if that's part of your practice, meditate before the reading with the crystal ball in front of you, just to give it that little bit of extra energy, and then you should be good to go. And again, what I tend to do is I have all three in front of me. If I know that I've got a reading, let's say within the next hour, I'll sit here for an hour with these in front of me, and I'll just sit down, I'll meditate, open myself up, fill these up with energy, and then when I give a reading, they're charged with the energy. So yeah. What else was I going to talk about? So yeah, there is no such thing when it comes to this kind of stuff. I was going to say there is no such thing as bad or good. It's all about the person's intention. If you've got yourself a bad medium or psychic, you're going to get a bad reading. If you've got yourself a good psychic or good medium that only wants the best for you, that loves what they do and only wants the best, then you're gonna have a good reading. If the person doesn't enjoy mediumship and doesn't enjoy it and only wants hate in the world, you're gonna have a very bad reading. That's just my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion. There's people out there that do it because they love doing it, and there's people out there that do it for the money, and I don't do it for the money. I do it because I enjoy it, and this is the reason why I created this YouTube channel, because I enjoy doing it. Yeah, I enjoy doing it. So you can guarantee that when I give you a reading, you'll get a good reading. And I'm not the one to make up information. So if I don't get anything, I will give you nothing. If I've got something, even if it don't make sense, I'll give it to you. It's up to you to process the information I'm giving you. It's down to you to work out what it means. I'm just giving you the information. I think I covered pretty much everything that I want to talk about. I don't want to do a 3-hour YouTube video. I just want to keep it short and sweet. So just a quick recap. So when you first purchase your crystal ball, if you're waiting for one to be delivered, or you literally just got one within the last couple of days and you're not sure how to use it, find a home for it. So whether it be on a bookshelf or whether it be by your bedside table or wherever your home is for your crystal ball, keep it there when you're not using it. When you're doing your meditation, when you're doing your meditation, even if you're not planning on using your crystal ball, have your crystal ball in front of you while you meditate. Because you're charging your crystal ball while you're meditating. And when the day comes when you do need your crystal ball, is charged with your energy or with your intentions. Give yourself time. So if you're doing a reading, always have a few tools with you. So like the crystal ball, like the tarot cards, have a few tools in front of you. So if you feel that you've lost that connection, or you feel that is not going quite as well as you thought, at least you've got some tools to go with. Now, I agree that you don't need tools to speak to spirit. I know mediums. I know mediums that don't use tools when they do their mediumship. And I was actually taught not to use tools like the crystal ball, like tarot cards, to do a mediumship reading. But I'm one of those people that I need to concentrate my energy into something. So with me, I need to concentrate my energy into a crystal ball or into a pack of cards because I'm very easily distracted with everything. You know what I mean? I'm very easily distracted. So I need something to distract me and concentrate on. So that's why I got this stuff. So yeah, but you don't need any of this stuff if you're doing a true mediumship reading. You don't need any of it. Was yeah. The other thing is when you're not using it. So if you're not planning on doing a reading, if you're not planning on doing a meditation, keep it covered. That's another tip. Again, I'm just doing a recap. Make sure that, again, another recap tip. Keep your intentions. Know what your intentions are. So if you know that you're giving someone a reading, your energy and your intentions are on that reading. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, there's a very quick short video on how to set up a mediumship reading, crystal ball, whatever you want to call it. And I want to just let people know that crystal balls, tarot cards are not evil. They're good. Use it for good. I don't think there's anything else, guys. Like I said, it's not a script. I'm going to go make myself a coffee. I'm going to pause the recording, go make myself a coffee, and have a think whether I need to add anything to this video. So I'll be back. The other thing I just thought about whilst I was making my coffee is should we be cleansing our crystal balls, our tarot cards, etc. Me personally, I don't cleanse my my tools. with the with if I buy any tools, say a pack of cards, crystal ball, I yes I do when I first get them. So with the crystal ball, I ordered it online, and when I got it, I cleansed it with sage. Same with these pack of cards. I bought these online, and I cleansed them as soon as I got them. Got the old sage and Palo Santo, and I covered them in smoke. But then I haven't done that since. Reason being is because you're putting your energy into them. You're putting your energy into the ball or into the card, and it will hold that energy. So let's say that you gave a reading for someone, and it was a very good reading, and let's say the crystal ball held on to that good reading that you gave that person. Then you got the sage out and you cleanse the crystal ball. You've removed that good energy, that good reading that you gave out of the crystal ball. You've destroyed that good energy from the crystal ball. Now, there's people saying, well, you can't destroy energy, you can't destroy positive energy. That is true. But you're removing that from the crystal ball. Where it goes, I'm not sure. But you're removing it from the crystal ball. You're removing it from the space that you're in at that time. Like I said, where it goes, I'm not sure. But you're taking it out of the ball or the card or whatever. So keeping that good reading, keeping that good positive reading that you gave, that was such a brilliant reading that you gave, keeping that energy within the ball. The day when you can't connect to that good energy again, where you're getting that good reading again, if you're having trouble doing that, the crystal ball or the card held on to that and will give you that good energy that you need. Yeah. Why would you want to get rid of that good energy? Why would you want to destroy that good energy? Send it somewhere else. Why would you do that? You want to keep hold of that good energy and remove it. If you had a real bad reading, and let's say you picked up on a spirit of an angry, racist person, then of course get rid of that energy. You don't want to hold on to that. But if you had a loving, caring, sweet spirit, keep hold of that energy. If that makes sense. Keep hold of that. Let the spirit go. Let the spirit go back to wherever. But then keep hold of that good energy. It's like going to a good party or meeting up with a good friend. You let that person go and let them get on with their day, but you still feel happy and good after, even though you let the person go. It's kind of like that. I always feel good after seeing my parents, for example. I'm always happy when I see my family. But I let them go home. They've got their own home, they've got their own lives, and I let them go, and I still feel happy afterwards. I'm still holding on to that good energy, even though I let them go home. It's kind of like that. So you want to keep hold of that good energy, even though that spirit has gone. Um, so yeah, cleansing your tools regularly. Um, Me personally, I don't do it. Um, I only do it if I um, have a bad reading, so to speak. So you'll want to. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you have a good reading, keep hold of that energy into the crystal ball, because there will be a day where you need that good energy. But also the space that you're in. So I'm in the bedroom stroke office. So I want to keep that good energy in the bedroom. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. Yeah, I hope that these little tips are good. I hope that it's found its uses, this information, when it comes to crystal balls, and how you set up. So there is no right or wrong on how you set up your crystal ball. There's no right or wrong on how you do what you do, as long as it's good intention. So I let you enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And let good forces work with you. Anyway, I'm gonna go enjoy my coffee. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next video.